Hi my friends, today I'm in Ain Benian, one of the suburbs of eastern Algiers, and I'm going to show you how to drive to Cheraga. So Ain Benian is a municipality on its own. It's one of the westernmost municipalities of Algiers, of the Wilaya of Algiers, the province of Algiers, and I'm near the bus station, the Ain Benian bus station. There is a stop sign here. Right in front of us there is La Madrague. La Madrague is, if you will, the tourist area right in front of us. Okay, it's the tourist area of this suburb. There is so there's a beach there, and there are multiple restaurants, and the central part of Ain Benian is now behind us, and Ain Benian is also has also borders, administrative borders, with the suburb we are driving to, the suburb of Cheraga, which is also one of the westernmost municipalities of Algiers. Great. So now Ain Benian is known for its Ain Benian is known for its beaches. It's very active in the summer, and in evenings people would also visit Ain Benian. I mean, on summer evenings, of course, people would also visit Ain Benian to eat ice cream or to eat out in the freshness of summer nights. And this area here is the western part of Ain Benian. It's the peripheral part of Ain Benian. It's a little bit far from the center now, and it has become very active. There used to be just one single road here, an old rural road back in the 1980s. But now there are two carriageways. It's an expressway, it's almost a motorway, and it's very active. Yet you've got to be very careful here, okay? Because there are lots of residents. You can see the buildings, you can see all those apartment complexes on the left, mostly on the left. There are lots of people around here, and there are also lots of stores, especially on the right. Lots of stores and mini-marts. Therefore, it's a very commercially active area around here. People come here to do shopping, and you should never speed, because although it's an expressway, it's a highway. It's not the same as a motorway where you can reach speeds of 80 kilometers per hour. If you're wise, and careful, should never exceed 60 kilometers per hour. And the structure on our right is a hotelery school. It's for students who want to study hotelery. They can study, they can graduate in hotelery and be waiters and hotel attendants. Today is a sunny day. We are in May 2021. Summer is approaching. It's getting hot. Today isn't particularly hot, but summer is approaching. And now, in this very section here, I would also, there is a plant here, a water purification plant on the right, and there is the Ain Benian River. I think this is, anyways, this bridge is the Ain Benian Bridge. This is how I know it. and there it crosses a river that comes from Cheraga, from the area of Cheraga. And now this area in particular, I would advise you to respect the speed limit. This is the road to Stawali. We have just left the suburb of Ain Benian. And now this particular section here is a section where there is a speeding radar. That's why you've got to respect the speed limit. Last November, was November 2020, I was clocked here at a little bit above the speed limit. So the speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour, and I was running at I think 65 kilometers per hour. The radar clocked me, and they seized my I paid the fine, and the authorities seized my suspended my driver's license for 2 months. Those were the most painful 2 months of my life, because it was particularly rainy. We had a very rainy December and a very rainy and cold January 2021, and well, I had to go to work practically every day on foot. It would take me an hour. It's good for me anyways, because it's exercise, it's walking, it's good for the body. Yet it wasn't really good because it rained. Alright, so now we are approaching the roundabout on the way to Stawali. And Stawali is straight ahead. And for a reminder, Stawali is the area where the French disembarked here in Algeria in 1830, when they started colonizing Algeria. So the first expedition to colonize Algeria disembarked a few kilometers away on the beach of Stawali in 1830. It was on June 14th, 1830. But we're not driving there today. We're turning left instead in order to go to Cheraga via the Bushawi forest. So Cheraga is big. It has a huge territory. It's one of the largest municipalities of Algiers as far as surface area is concerned. And as you can see, there is an expressway that leads or that links directly Ain Benian to Cheraga. By the way, there are other routes, but this one is the most practical. Someday I'll drive on those routes too, in order to show them to you. But today I've chosen the quickest way, the most practical way. So there is less traffic on this route, even on weekdays, and even in rush hour. So it's an interesting route. Be careful here to try not to exceed 60 kilometers per hour. It's often busy here. Oh, if you want to go to the forest of Bushawi, then you should take the left lane here. There is a roundabout over there, then you take the left. There, where that car is turning around the roundabout, then you take the left. So that's one of the entrances of the Bushawi forest. So when you come from the north, like I'm doing here, then you drive towards that roundabout. Be careful here, there are people crossing the road. Okay, the forest is on both sides of the road. You can see people over there, youth crossing the road. they are trying to, you know, to visit that forest. So the forest is on both sides of the road, and because there are no footbridges here, okay, people have no choice. Okay, and this is the Bushawi forest. Its main entrance is here when you come from the south, when you come from Cheraga and Algiers, and its entrance is at you know, not very far from the second entrance is not very far from that roundabout that we left in the back. Now we need to drive on this lane, on this right lane, because the entrance to Cheraga isn't very far. It's a windy road, yet you shouldn't. Look, speed limit 60 kilometers per hour, and you've got to respect the speed limit, because even here, by the way, you can get clocked by the authorities for speeding, by the speeding radar of the authorities. Okay. And now there is the entrance to Cheraga. If you want to go to Algiers, you drive straight on. If you want to visit the Algiers Opera House, you drive straight on too. But we are visiting Cheraga instead. We are leaving the expressway. You can see the sign over there. Cheraga on the left, Stawali and Zeralda on the right. And we are going to Cheraga. There is a stop sign. We've got to stop and wait for oncoming traffic to stop in order for us to finish, in order for us to continue. As you can see over there, Cheraga straight on. Speed limit 40 kilometers per hour. There is a roundabout here in case you want to go back to Ain Benian. So never panic on Algerian roads when you get lost, okay? Just try to fix your error as soon as you make it, okay? So if you have the possibility of turning around, just turn around. If you have the possibility to ask for directions, then just ask for directions whenever in doubt that you have lost your way. And when you have Google Maps, then use Google Maps. And when you find an exit, then just use it, just take it. Don't panic. But whenever you get lost, or you think that you've gotten lost, try to make sure that you're not lost as soon as possible, as soon as you realize that. So we have the Bushawi forest. It's on our left, and it borders on the Cheraga district or neighborhood. And Cheraga, as I said, is huge. It's just huge. It's so huge that even its residents need to take the bus from one area to another. Unlike other neighborhoods here in Algiers. Go ahead. The good thing about Cheraga is that it's not very far from the motorway, from the southern bypass road. Go ahead. Okay, there is a speed bump here. Who would have guessed that there would be a speed bump here of such monstrous proportions? Whoa. Anyways, there is some farmland, some farmland here. I guess that these are almond trees. I don't know. I'm not sure. There is another roundabout here. If you want to go back to Ain Benian, you take the left. If you want to go to Algiers, you take the right. Algiers via the southern bypass highway, or the Binaculum highway, and now Cheraga and Buzria are straight on. However, Cheraga is also known for its chronic traffic. It's practically paralyzed with traffic jams, with congestion all week long, including perhaps on weekends. It has also become a very densely populated area, very densely populated suburb. As you can see, there are lots of existing apartment complexes, and there are also new ones being erected continuously. And Algiers is in fact becoming bigger and bigger. Okay. So let's take the left, Dardief. This is the yes, we're heading to the Dardief hotel area. We'll try to visit as many places as possible here in Cheraga. As long as there is no traffic, and well, there is a ditch here. Careful, easy peasy. Just and now. Yeah, and the name Cheraga literally means the Easterners, people from the East. I think it's a plural for Shirgi or Shirqi, which means Eastern. And I guess that it's in reference to an eastern part of some tribe, of some local tribe. So there must have been Al-Ghraba and Cheraga. So Cheraga is opposed to Al-Ghraba, some tribe that had an eastern faction and a western faction, I think. Although I've got to do some research about that, because you know, there is always a story. There is such a nice footbridge here for local residents to cross the road safely. They should undoubtedly build many more bridges like that one in this area. So Cheraga borders Ain Benian on the south. Okay, so Ain Benian is in the north and Cheraga is in the south. Okay. There is a huge gas station, the Cheraga gas station, here in on the left. There, if you are coming this way, then you should. I mean, there is a roundabout over there where you can turn around and go to that gas station. So as I said, never panic. There is the sign for the roundabout, announcing the roundabout, and there is this huge roundabout here. Now let's take the right. If you want to go to Algiers via Chevalet, then you drive straight on. But we are taking the right in order to try and film the central part of Cheraga. Hopefully there is no traffic there. And by the way, the Dar Dief Hotel is not very far from here. It's somewhere on the left. Okay, so there's no entry sign over there. And now we have just entered the central part of Cheraga, which in fact is like a tiny village compared to the size of the whole municipality. So this is the old colonial part, central part of Cheraga. It's a nice spring afternoon in May 2021. You've got this beautiful square on the right with a cafe. There is that old roundabout here. The November 1954 roundabout. Now I'm continuing straight on. So Cheraga is also known for its huge Al-Quds building, which is in fact has it's in fact an office building, and there it is. There you can see it. We're going to drive by that building over there. You can see it with its dome, which is evocative of the dome of the Al-Aqsa Mosque. And just look at this. I mean, this road is usually paralyzed with traffic year round, but today it's completely empty because it's a Friday afternoon. And that building over there is also has a shopping mall. I haven't been here in a very long time, perhaps since 2014 or something. Well, and this is one of the business areas of this neighborhood here. This roundabout here is new. It's new to me. I mean, it wasn't. I don't remember it was here when I last visited this area. There are more stores on the right. If you want to go to Dil Ibrahim, then you take a shortcut here on the left. Otherwise, you drive on. If you want to go to Dil Ibrahim and Boadiccar, then you drive on. Okay, so now we are approaching the neighborhood of Dil Ibrahim and Swawa. I think Qawish, or is it Qawish? I don't remember. Okay, so I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications button. Okay, drive safely, visit Algiers, take care of yourselves, and goodbye.